Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents Collectors Lounge International. You know what day it is. It's Sunday Fun Day. And look, it's all about unity. This is why I'm wearing this t-shirt, unity. Unity, deflecting, misdirects, focusing on what we love the most, which is figure collecting. And this is what we're going to talk about pretty much today. Why we all got into it, why we love it. Bringing the positive back. If Justin Timberlake can bring the sexy back, we can bring the positive back to collecting and the fun back to collecting. And this is exactly what we're going to do. So thank you all for attending today. It's going to be a great show, man. I'm loving this. I love the panel. Come on, man. I got my boys here with me. I got my brothers here with me. And all we talk about is what is all about collecting, fun, everything. If it's not local being crazy, if it's not Cam just being smooth as shit, if it's not Focus being the fastest and extraordinaire Mr. Clean all day, and it's not Rich with that sleek voice, laid back Mr. Smooth. Yo, we got the dopest panel, man. Y'all ain't ready for this, man, but we gonna go all in, man. And I'm so glad to have everybody here. What is up with y'all people? How y'all doing today, man? What's going down?
Good to see y'all.
Good to see y'all. Good to
smooth.
see
I don't know about
happy people.
What is popping, man? What is popping, man? So glad to have everybody here today. Cam, you finally put up the milk video, man. We got that
man.
finally, bro.
Finally, bro.
After a while, we got that, bro.
I think it took me forever too. Like this is procrastination. It's a disease. I'll be honest with you. Procrastination is a disease, and it's hard to shake. And sometimes you just get busy with life, and then you're behind, but we're here. We're finally here. We got it. So I'm excited, man. Thank you.
You got the milk out. Everybody's happy about that. So we finally got the milk and we are ready to go. But man, hold up. Because we didn't get to do this last week. We didn't get to do this, Rich. We didn't get to do this logo. We didn't get to do this, Cam. We got to bring in my guy for a second because we have to basically let everybody know out there that my man, Shane 1-6 Figure Focus hit 1,000 subscribers on his way to $2,000. Come on, bro. My guy every day he hit that, man. Come on, man. You know what time it is. Hard work put in. My man puts in the hours. He does his thing, and he's Mr. Clean for a fucking reason. So yes. Mr. Clean, my man Shane, all day, man. What's going down? How does it feel to be a part of the 1,000 Club on your way to $2,000? Monetize all day is clean for a reason. Tell the people how you feel.
It feels a lot better than this shirt looks. let's just say I lost a bet, okay? But look, if Riley's watching, it literally says, "Let's go on it." Like
right.
When I'm finished with this, I'm gonna send it to Riley, and this can be his like "Let's go" shirt. Now look, massive congratulations congratulations
to yourself.
Can't even speak properly. Massive thank you to everyone who assisted in making it happen. Whether it was just watching videos, liking videos, subscribing to the channel, following me on Instagram, asking me to be on their stream, coming on an episode of Visions. Everyone who gave me a chance to come on their panel, it's just really, really greatly appreciated. And I just I made this announcement on the first stream I did on August 1st. All of the revenue, every single last bit from all the super chats, super likes, super thanks, well, they're greatly appreciated. No one has to do that. I decided before I actually got monetized that if I was lucky enough to get monetized, and I was lucky enough to get any of those things, every single last bit of revenue from the channel, ad revenue, super chat, super thanks, super likes, from August 1st of this year to the December 31st of this year is going to be donated after YouTube takes their cut. It's going to be donated to the National Children's Hospital in Ireland, Temple Street. Man. So that is the plan for that. And just really, really thank you to everyone who has contributed so far. No one has to, but that's where that money is going. Because just want to give back to the community, because everyone helped me get to 1,000 subs. I can only make the content, but if people don't click the button, there's, do you know what I mean? So that's it.
Hell yeah. Well, my man, congrats, because you deserve it, bro. I can't, here pretty much everybody on this panel deserves the accolades that they get for creating great content, man. And I know you put the hard yards in for it, and you're on your way. You were almost you just basically made it, to the 1,000. Now you're monetized. So now you know what's next, bro. You know what's next. You know what we got to do next. So everybody out there, check this out. My cousin
I
Cam,
have no
all
idea.
day, every day,
What's
man.
next?
Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers, man. If you haven't
you, bro.
already,
Appreciate you.
subscribe to Cam's Collections,
I
man.
didn't
Come
put
on. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh. It's Cam's Collection, man. Make sure you basically subscribe.
Don't suck that Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
Don't do that
Damn.
Yu-Gi-Oh guy. Cam's Collection next. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe to my man Cam. Do it while you can. He put out the
Appreciate
blue
it,
milk.
Appreciate
We
it.
got that all day. Great content. He is on the rise. Come on, get Cam monetized. Get everybody. Next up, come on, man. Loco Lou. We got to get Loco Lou monetized, man. The most positive individual in the scene, on the scene, all day, every day. Got that Venom shirt on. This motherfucker's about to make me buy that Venomized Iron Man. I know everybody else is not gonna get it, but I might get that shit. I don't know, because it's dope. But that Venom's incredible. Get Cam out here, man. Come on, man. Not Cam. Get my man Loco out there. Get him monetized if you haven't already. Loco Lou on YouTube. Come on, all day, every day. And my man Rich. My man Rich. Come on, Rich Reviews. Come on, man. Look at that. Batman 89 back there, bro. DC Collection is on the rise. It's killer. Superman over there flexing. Come on, man. Rich's Reviews. Make sure that you get on YouTube, get on Instagram. Make sure, man, we got to support these people. This is how we do this. When you do this and when you support us, we support y'all with content, and this is how we keep it going. So definitely make sure that you do so, man, if you haven't already. Whew, now I
Big
can
facts.
breathe.
Big
Whew.
facts. Big facts.
can
Thank
breathe.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
I can breathe now. I can breathe now. Now listen, it wouldn't be a show without addressing everybody out in the chat who make us who we are. We got Insane One out there. We got Cam's out. Well, Cam's flirting with everybody. Ace Green. We got Commander Green out there. We got single songwriter Mike Fiella. We got Calvin Williams in the building. Single songwriter, man. That single songwriter, he knows a lot of shit. I'm gonna start picking his brain. We got who else? We got Shiny out there. Tully is in the building. CT603 is out there. Who else we got, man? Good for Health is there. We got AG Zada, aka Dadpoo, is in the building. Thank you for being here, man. As always, Agent Silver Fox is in the building, as always. Who else we got? Real Limes is here. Renz Talentino, the incredible Renz Talentino. AJ Agrusa, Andy H 1971. Who else we got in here? Tyree is in the building. We got Daryl Smith Jr. is here. Who else we got? Windman 42 is in the building. Oh man, we got CM Brock one out here. Fat Batman's Collective Nightmares in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. William Owens, Joe Augustine. We got Odin 01 in the building. We got OG fan with Star Wars, was just Star Wars. Anthony Anderson is here. Feezy Figures is actually out there as well. We got Rich out there chatting with everybody. Insane One. We got Jonathan King. Who else we got, man? I just like to address everybody because we a bunch of cool motherfuckers that need to be addressed. We got Malika Mabane in the building. Who else we got? Oh man, everybody is shining through here today. We got Kate Carter, my man Kane Carter 215. Yo, he had me dying yesterday, bro. We were watching we did the Naked Truth. Me and Brendan Riley did the Naked Truth on yesterday morning, like yesterday, like in an afternoon. And you know, everybody was talking about just different flicks and stuff like that. We were talking about the current state of DC. So it was an amazing stream. So it was like some debates going back and forth about Wonder Woman 1984. And he was like, yo, Kate Carter was like, he agreed with somebody. He said, yeah, I agree that 1984 was, it sucked booty. It was, no, he said it was booty cheeks, bro. Bro, I was like, yo, and the thing is, I'm trying to run a stream and I look at that and I lost it, bro. I just lost it. So that was funny as hell. That was just too funny, man. So shout out to Kate Carter with the funnies, man. Philip the Fool came through as well. So here's the thing. This is how I want to start this. Before we break out into anything else, right? Because again, like I said, we want to, I want to do some, like, we're going to do some, what do you call this, like mental exercises every Sunday before we actually start. And the reason why I want to call it mental exercise is because, like I said, we just went through some shit last week. Last week was a lot for a lot of people. Things that came out, news, controversy, stuff like that. So we want to kind of divert from that and kind of just shake it all off. So this is what I want to talk about. I'm going to start with you, Lou, first, okay? Lou, I want you to tell me, bro, what is it about collecting? Why did you get into this, bro? Why did you basically get into content creating? What was it about collecting that got you into content creating? What was it about that special piece that you received that was like, you know what? I love this community. I love collecting. I love just having the nostalgia, everything that I grew up with. What is it that got you into this, bro?
Hashtag, hashtag for the love of collecting. Everybody in the chat right now, hashtag for the love of collecting. When you collect, you bring baby G.I. Joes, Hot Toys, Marvel, X-Men, all that, joint stuff that we grew up with. You get what I'm saying? Hot Wheels. If you're cars, man, Hot Wheels are your thing. Me, I had it all. Except for play sets. I lived in a small bedroom apartment. I had lots of friends, lots of toys, all that other stuff. Then grew out of it, and then Iron Man 1 came out, and I started collecting back, and you get to see a different vibe of people. It goes back to but for the most part,
I'm reading in between the lines because Loco, you breaking up a bit, but I'm kind of reading in between the lines. I'm kind of you breaking up a tad bit, bro.
I'm breaking up a bit. Hold on. How about now? Am I good now?
You good?
Listen,
you good now?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. It's about the people. When I say people, I'm talking about the people you hold near and dear to your heart. The ones that actually is there for you when you need them. Not that you need anybody, but there'll be a time and place when you do. Mm-hmm. Those people who collect the things that they love also collect people that they love. And they keep them within their hearts. They keep them by their side. It goes back to people for me. When I started collecting, I noticed there was different groups. Marvel Legends community. Super 7 community, the TMNT community, you already know, and then the 6-scale community, which is a different breed altogether.
Yeah.
So for that, you see people who you never seen before in your life donate to you, give to you, whether it be some words or a figure.
Yeah.
Let alone a strategy. Shout out to my boys at Geeking Out because they constantly tell you if you could go bottom dollar, go for the last stitch, go for it. Yeah. It's about the people that you keep with you. The collecting the stuff is part of it. It's the main thing of it that drives it, but it's like having a car with no passengers. You want passengers. The vehicle is the collecting. Everybody else in there is what makes it. You make it. Rich makes it. Cam makes it. Mr. Clean, Mr. Shiny makes it. Without you guys, man, it would be almost pointless to actually have a collection if I can't share it amongst y'all guys to whether talk about it, show about it, or be like, did you get it? No, I got you. Here's a link. And that's it. You feel me? So it's a combination of what I love, but the people I love more, I cherish more.
Definitely, bro. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that so much. Rich, what did you get into this for, man? Like, what is it that, kind of got you into this space? What brought you into this space that we know we love, as far as collecting and, really sharing with people, sharing ideas? What kind of got you here, bro?
So for me, I spoke about this on Visions on Focus's channel a couple of weeks back, but the love of film first, the love of comics as well. I've always loved comics. I've always loved film. I've always loved storytelling.
Yes.
And for us all to be in a position where we can collect stuff like this is just amazing. And I started my channel. I've had a couple of false starts. I've got in my own way because of doubt and because of everything else like this. But stuff like this and things that we do on a weekly basis has inspired me to do more. And so the love of community as well. I think I can't talk to my mates down the pub, things like this, down the gym and stuff, about stuff like this. I can speak to my brothers across the world. And that's just amazing to me. So for the love of collecting, but for the love of storytelling.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And I appreciate that, man, because that's what it's all about. I think this is why we actually come through, like why we create this spaces because we've been able to connect and network with just individuals out there. And share, like I said, in the nostalgia, things that we love, we love the most. Shane's laughing about that shirt, but it takes me
Still
back.
pulls it
So
off.
I remember when I basically got my first Sega Genesis. You know, when I got as a matter of fact, I had just
Master System, wasn't it?
it was crazy, bro, because I had just basically graduated high school, and I got my Sega Genesis, like my first Sega Genesis system. And of course, it was like it was a pack that came with Sonic the Hedgehog was the first game. Bro, like if anybody who doesn't know Sonic, like if you've never played Sonic, literally just hearing those rings, and even when you turn off the ring, you turn off the game, you can still hear those rings in your head. Like whenever you're running, you're collecting rings, how pissed off you got when you got hit and lost all your rings, you had to start all over again. But it was just the nostalgia of that game that kind of got us locked and loaded into like just the feel of what it was, just to enjoy that creative space. So when I see that shirt, I'm just like, yo, it takes me the whole way back to when I first received my first Sega Genesis system and started yeah, Jonathan's, man, you taking me back. Yeah, bro, way back in the time. But yeah, that's what it is, man. We got a $4 super chat by the man in the hour, $4.99 for the love of collecting all day, every day, man. Thank you for that, Shane. Shane, tell everybody why. Before Shane, before I bring you in, I got somebody else in the background. You know what I mean? And like, put it this way, I tell everybody this. I forgot. It's like I don't mention this often. But this guy, me and this guy, basically, when we met actually through a group that kicked us both out. But anyway, we met through this group. We talked. We even talked about starting a channel together and stuff like this. And here we are. Like we have shows. We had comic book talk with friends. We have the Naked Truth. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we can share in that space and talk about the things that we love. And we had a dope conversation yesterday. Everybody knows him. They love him. Mr. Butt Naked all day, every day. I'm
boy.
too sexy for my pants. Brendan Riley, what's going on with you, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm definitely too sexy for my pants. It's fucking hot here right now. No pants being had. No pants being had.
Oh shit.
No pants. Man, thank you for basically being here today, man. Focus. You get into this thing, man. What started you down this path, man? And I'm gonna throw a little thing, something else in there, man. What started you down this path, and where do you see your future when it comes to this thing we all know and love? When it comes to like content creating, collecting, talking about figures, for the love of figures, it's that positive space, man. What got you into it, bro?
It's a good question. It's a nice way to start the show as well. Bring it back to basics, you know.
Yeah.
Mine is very similar to Rich, really. There's a lot of things, hobbies I have in my life that bring me joy that I'm thankful to be able to participate in. Like, you know, like I love to go to the gym, some of my friends' gym. I love to run. There's friends, if I wanted to go for a 5K and just meet up and have a chat, I've got friends I can do that with. I'm big into music. A lot of my friends are big into music. You know, I love cinema. My friends and my girlfriend are big into cinema. I like the mountain bike. I have friends who can do that. But collecting, none of my friends collect. So a lot of my friends are into the same hobbies I am. So I can always, like, you know, hook up with them and do different things with, but none of my friends collect. So right from the start of the YouTube channel, I've said it a million times before. I love collecting. I love taking photos of my collecting. I love making and editing videos. Like, I just find it really therapeutic. But the main thing is to connect with other collectors, whether that is other content creators, people on a panel, or guests on Visions, or people in the chat or through Instagram. And I've met so many people, like, you know, really like-minded individuals who are really, really cool as well. So it's like you've kind of, you know, digital friends and stuff like that who you can talk to about the collecting aspect of things. And I'm gonna be completely transparent now, and I'm gonna like fanboy myself a bit. But before I made a channel, I remember sitting on the couch and I was watching. I think it was one of your streams. I think Leah, and no, you were on it. I think Will was on it, and there was possibly Optical. I'm not sure.
Optical and PJ, I believe. Yeah,
it could have been. I was watching it, and I turned to Megan and I was like, I want to be on one of those panels. It just looks like fun. I said it like, you know, there's no shame in it. I was like, I want to actually chat about collecting with people. I'd love to. And then just it all stemmed from there. So, and it's just been a lot of fun. You know, it's just been a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, man. And that's what it's all about, bro. Like, I mean, because that's what kind of got me started and got me into it was watching everybody. You know what I mean? Watching everybody's channels, being in part of groups when being part of a group was cool as hell. You know what I mean? That's when it was, you know, it was just the luxury of being a part of something like that and just seeing the energy from different collectors, everybody out there, you know, who just loved and we shared, like we all basically were a part of the same group where we couldn't wait to see what was the next figure dropping, what was going to be the next figure announced, you know, and we would all sit back and talk about it, like who's going to get what. When it was cool to say day one, when it was cool to say day one, it's not cool to say that now, but when it was cool to say day one, it was what it does. Cam, real quick, bro, what was it that kind of got you into this, man? Like, what got you started, bro?
Shane, sorry about my dog, bro. He got hype off of your go, I guess.
Sorry.
So
he's excited.
Yeah, he was hype. He's like, oh, Shane's going. I gotta bark. But yeah, man. I think when I think originally I was really big into these Wizard like magazine books, right? I'm not sure if you guys remember Wizard. They like had all these different comic book strips and stuff inside of it where it was different illustrations for like Batman. I used to try to recreate those in larger form because I was really big into art and drawing. And I think once I started figuring out that, all right, I'm not going to be an artist. So how can I keep my foot in the door, but not, you know, all the way out of, you know, some type of dream or what I want to do. I found, you know, this, you know, collecting in these figures because I was always interested in the Marvel movies, the Batman movies, any type of sci-fi or fiction movie. I was like, oh man, I'm hooked. But to have a representation of that at your house that you can look at instead of like trying to put, you know, the movie on every single time is something therapeutic about it. It's very euphoric, you know, to think about like, oh man, I'm going back to my childhood. Because I think a lot of us had experiences, of course, where you're in your room alone playing with your action figures, right? So it's like it takes you back to that where like, you know, you in trouble, you in your room, you playing with your toys, and you like, oh, I gotta get my mind right. I'm about to get this ass whooping, or I gotta explain myself. You know, so when I think about that now, it's like, oh shit, I'm doing the same thing, you know. Like, my wife coming in the room, oh shit, like, you know, this is a different adult this time. So yeah, when I think about it, man, it kind of takes you back in different type of times. But and then also I thought about something you said about the Sega as well, bro. I think about trying to explain to my children now why I had to blow on a cartridge.
Yes.
My kids look at me like, what? It wasn't just built in. You could have just downloaded online. I'm over here like, they're like,
and everybody in the room had to sit still because if they shook the console too much, then it wouldn't stay just right. You're like holding it, like, okay, can I take? Is it safe to take my hands off? Like, fuck, I gotta do it again.
Yeah. Between that and trying to explain why you had to rewind movies to take them back,
bro.
They're like, what?
Forwarding right to the end, and then they automatically,
they're like, what is that about?
Be kind, rewind, or we're gonna charge you.
Right. Yeah, man. So, I think there are a lot of people out there actually that don't know where to go to find, you know, content and be able to like, you know, find this thing that they're interested in. They don't know there's a whole community out there still. You know, there's a lot of people it hasn't reached to, but you know, a lot of people it has reached, which is great. You know, because it's, you know, gotten them out of different situations that they don't want to be in currently, you know. So
yeah. That's the truth, bro. That definitely is the truth, bro. It's the nostalgia is basically what brought us here. Everything that kind of we reflect on and to see that nostalgia in figure form. Like it's like we knew we had it back then, but we didn't have it as detailed as we do now, bro. Like we didn't have the head sculpts and the tailoring of these pieces as detailed, and now this shit is crack. Like, it's
like those Power Ranger figures that they got on a sideshow, bro. I almost bought my brother the whole collection the other day because like we used to fight who gonna be the Red Ranger right during Halloween. I was like, you younger.
But we can all agree that the Turtles would kick the shit out of the Power.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Turtles,
100%.
I never got into the Power Rangers because I got into Turtles first. They were first there on the scene, and Power Rangers.
Yep.
I was just like, they don't hold up. So
we just had these like crappy toys. You squeeze their legs and their head flip back.
Yeah, bro.
The helmet.
Oh my god.
And then that's
whereas the Turtles had some
it.
badass toys back in the 80s and 90s.
Bro, see,
Yes,
I go back to the day of G.I. Joe. I go back to the day of Voltron. I go back to the day when you got the Thundercats. I go back to the day when you basically had the He-Man figures, and then you had the battle damage He-Man. When you hit the chest, it flips over.
No,
like,
the mother of all it was Castle Grayskull. If you had
I had Castle Grayskull, yeah.
Hell yeah. If you had
Mountains.
Castle, bro, like imagine like back then, like when you would wake up. Here's our thing was during the summertime, every Sunday morning, you'd wake up, you'd grab whatever figures you have, go over to your boy's house because he probably had Castle Grayskull. Somebody else come over and they would bring it outside. We would sit on the front porch and play with that shit. Like that's just how it was in the neighborhood.
It was that and the old school. You had the WWF ring and all the wrestlers.
Yes,
bro.
It was
the beat 'em ups,
He-Man,
bro. Listen,
and the wrestling, man, that was the shit.
It was what we used to do, bro. We got so creative. We went and round like basically like we would go to like because it was a furniture place that was a few like houses down from us. We would go down there and ask them if you're getting rid of any type of mattress that you don't want, all the mattresses that you don't want that are defective, let us know. We were kids, bro. They would give us all these mattresses. We actually went to this vacant lot. We created a ring. We created everything, bro. We even and we would actually go get cardboard belts, put aluminum foil around it to make the actual world championship belt. We would decorate it. Everybody, it was the Intercontinental. We had the world championship belt, tag team, universal, everything. We had everything, bro. And we would just have a league in the neighborhood. It was crazy. We got fucked up a lot.
And then you learned firsthand.
Backyard wrestling, baby. Backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bro, backyard wrestling was the shit.
DDT.
Nah, hell no. Because the thing is, bro, like even though you had the mattresses, but you had to have the top layer. So we knew we had to have it because you couldn't have just the mattresses were under the top layer just to cushion, but it was never the same because you would still get fucked up. So it was just how we were.
See, we didn't even have the top layer. We just had we would put like 3 or 4 mattresses together, but then you'd go to body slam or pile drive somebody and the mattresses would separate and you'd still hit them right on the ground. So it's like it was not safe at all.
Yo, I'm telling you. So
real quick, had mattresses? Shit. See, I came from the projects. We didn't have mattresses, man. Damn.
Bro, we went to Crazy Eddie's, bro. Crazy Eddie's right down the street. We would actually go get the mattresses from them, man. Anybody who lived in New York around that time back in the day in Queens, they had Crazy Eddie's, bro. The commercial used to come on. He was like, my prices are insane. It was crazy. Like, yeah, bro. So Crazy Eddie's. We used to always walk down there and get those mattresses, man. Hell
Eddie,
yeah.
any Eddie, they're always crazy.
They always nuts, man. Always nuts. Real quick, we got a $20 super chat by my man Calvin Williams II. Speaking of both the love of collecting and community, can I get the panel and chat to help me congratulate my little bro Renz Talentino? He just acquired his first hot toy. Welcome to the rabbit hole. Keep the dope art coming. Yes, he did.
How is that possible though? Renz has been in the chat since like day one on this channel. How is he only now getting his first hot toy? And which one was it?
I know.
It was the Batman.
It was the
Which one?
The chrome, the black chrome one.
Chrome battle
chrome armor Batman.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to start. It's a great way to start.
Congratulations to Renz Talentino.
Well done.
Getting his first.
We get to say it.
What?
One of us.
Renz Talentino, congratulations, my bro, getting his first collectible.
And now you know what he's gonna say.
What?
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Exactly. Once you start with one, you started with one. Now you're taking that journey, bro. You can't go back. It's just like a tattoo. You get one, you got to get another until you decide it's done with. We got a $4.99 super chat by my man Clone Collector. Local Lou was the first streamer I ever watched. The way he poses live on channel and he's always smiling and laughing, he's an inspiration. Whoa, there you go. There you go. Lou's gonna stop the channel, start crying in a minute. But anyway, Yeah, straight up.
Camera off.
Camera off. Straight up.
Come back.
Real quick, we got 6K reviews. Yeah, those were the days when people were excited about this hobby. It was so much fun. A lot of folks nitpick with the negative way more now, and it just gets tiresome. Anyway, morning peeps. Exactly. Stay off Facebook. We ain't got to worry about that shit because we create a space over here.
Negativity is. It's on Facebook in all the groups.
Straight up.
They get every Facebook group starts out great because there's not that many people in it, and people are chill. As you get bigger and bigger, it's harder to keep the assholes out. And eventually it gets big enough that then that group turns into the one that you didn't want to be in from before. So
hey, Brendan, did you get kicked out of a Facebook group?
Oh yeah, he did. Explain it. Go ahead, bro. Explain it. Tell him why. Tell him why, bro.
So there are a lot of reasons, valid reasons, why I should be kicked out of things. Okay, this wasn't one of them. This was a certain, shall we say, fall named individual.
That's
in the sideshow group. Wasn't a fan of me. Was reciprocated, so we're okay with that. So basically, there was this dude that posted in the groups. His old man had just passed, right? And he shared collecting with his old man. It was a way for them to really bond and spend time together, and it was really important to him. And so after his old man passed, he posted a picture and told the story about how much it brought them together and that the community was a big part of that. It was a picture of his father having passed on his bed at home, but he looked like he was just asleep. And it was just, and I understand, like, yes, he had passed, but like the guy was really trying to say thank you to the community for bringing them into the community and sharing that. And Sideshow took down his post, and they said that there were people in the group that were not comfortable with the subject matter. To which I was like, man, this guy's trying to grieve and trying to thank so fuck off with that, but whatever. But then Sideshow, in their infinite wisdom, decided to put up their own post about why they took down the original post and said, if you want to share your opinions, go right ahead in the comments, inviting a fight when they could have just left it alone. So they made the situation worse. It ended up going back and forth until there was just literally 400 comments of people yelling at each other, arguing at each other in this. So they ended up having to shut it down because I messaged Autumn and I was like, looking forward to see how this turns out for you. I was right because they had to take it down. But at one point, this girl posts a comment on that thread saying, well, I did have a problem with it because today's my birthday, and he really just bummed me out on my birthday. I'm like, I'm sorry. His father's death was inconvenient for you on your birthday.
Yeah.
And so I put that up, and then a GIF that just said princess problems. And so I got banned from the group for that.
Yeah.
For telling a girl, hey, maybe today in this group, your birthday is not really that important. Maybe just I don't know, spitballing here, but I got kicked out. But I at least knew at the moment that I got kicked out, unlike some other people here.
Yeah, I didn't know. I had no idea I was kicked out. I was just kicked out.
You were probably banned for like a week before you realized it, and you just went to
probably
go into the group and realized
I got banned after I invited Terry Smith on to be on the show. We were on the Comic Book Talk with Friends. We want to actually discuss comics. That's all we were going to talk about, and he was excited about it.
Two of us, and they said nope.
And he went back to Sideshow to ask them, and they told him, I guess when I put the thumbnail up, I don't know what it was. They told him that they didn't think that it was appropriate, and he contacted me and let me know that he couldn't do it. Next thing I know, I checked on Sideshow's page and I was kicked out. I was like, okay, well, it is what it is. Shit happens, so we just basically move on from it. But not
Terry's fault by any stretch.
Definitely not Terry Smith's fault. Terry had nothing to do with it. He just, again, being that he's associated with him, that shit happens. So Anyway, you know, Butch brought us here. You know, this is basically where we are right now, and I'm glad that we can all agree that collecting is a space where we try to stay away from the politics, away from the bullshit that actually happens out there that has nothing to do with collecting. Now, with that basically being said, though, I do want to bring up something that will probably be a bit divisive within this group at the moment because it has a lot to do with a figure. This one.
I thought it was going to be Midtown.
Yes.
This particular figure right here, right? So, again, let me just start. This look, listen.
Junior.
So this is the Venomized Mark 7 Iron Man suit. Now, here's my thing, right? When they first released this piece and when they first revealed it, I was like, what the hell? I was like almost damn near where you were, Cam. I was like, what the hell is this shit?
Wasting supplies and shit.
Yeah, it was like, what the hell are they doing, right? Like,
Do the thing, Cam. Do the thing.
Yeah.
Holy hell!
Yeah,
Yes,
you know
go.
what I mean? I was like, yo, what the hell is this when we first got it? And the reason why was because, like, out of everything we could have gotten at that particular time, we got this as a reveal. It was an artist piece. I couldn't understand it, you know, whatever. I was like, all right, whatever. Nah, it's not for me. I'm good. Then we get the production photos later on, and I look at it, and I'm like, you know, it's kind of interesting. Like, it's really, really a unique piece. It's interesting. It's something that is out there for somebody. It's an artist piece, something we'll never see again. And I give it that level of respect. Now, am I going to get it right off the bat? No, I'm just going to wait. If it's getting marked down on a particular site, then you know what I mean. I'll you know, probably jump in the fray and get it later on down the line because I have a vision for it. But it's not something I'm going to leap in and say anything about right now. Cam, I'm gonna start with you first, bro. You see this piece, you see the reveal of this piece right here, man. Like, your thoughts, bro. We're gonna get then mind you, because the conversation about this piece and another piece we're gonna talk about later kind of got drowned out by everything else. So we're gonna actually circle back around and start discussing figures. So again, what did you think about this, man?
Honestly, when I first saw it, I think I told you last week, I actually put it in the same category as that Carnage, that bubbly. I don't know. It's a Carnage to scale figure. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It was like lightly dropped, and nobody really cared for it. Mm-hmm. And then when I first saw it, I was like, that's how I felt about this, because I was like, you know, this is something I'm definitely not going to add to my collection.
Yeah.
Just because it's not MCU, but it is Marvel, you know, initially.
Yeah.
And then I saw some videos on it like past couple of days, and I was like, man, this thing is huge. This thing is monstrous. But like it aesthetically, it looks awesome, honestly.
Yeah.
I think just I don't know what you want to call those, tentacles, legs. Somebody called them crab legs in the thing.
Crab legs.
Genius.
Yeah. So it's like king crab legs.
Snow crab.
Yeah, they're like just, I mean, they just seem like they're in the way a bit.
Yeah.
But I do like how you can switch out the helmet though. I guess it comes with 2 or 3 different head pieces that you can swap out for, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not something for me, but I think it looks good now that I've like taken a step back and kind of given it like a chance.
Yeah.
Because I think at first I was looking for figures that I wanted, you know, to come out.
Yeah.
But then I took a step back and I looked at it and I'm like, you know what? Somebody would, Luca Lou, probably really is gonna really love this on their collection, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, I can definitely appreciate it, but definitely something not for me, 100%.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. It is a piece out there that, you know, again, it's for somebody, it's for people, you know what I mean? And the thing is, it's like, for me, I'm not taking away from its artistry, because it is a really unique piece. It is innovative. So yeah, it's for somebody. It's just not, it's not for me immediately right now, but you know, I would really entertain the idea of getting it because I have an idea. And I guess it all starts with the idea. That's what it starts with the idea and what you're actually going for. So I can see something like this taking place. Shane, I want to go to you, bro, because I saw the headline of your videos, bro. Like, I could tell this shit that Shane would never put his hands on. It would never be in his collection. It's never gonna happen. What you think, bro?
I'm gonna wait until Loco Luke comes back. So, no, look, man,
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm listening.
No. In fairness, look, you know, I'm not just gonna go, oh, it's a piece of XYZ. Look, it's if you're a diehard Venom fan, you're going to be excited about this.
Yeah,
you know, it's definitely, if you're a diehard Venom fan, you're going to be excited about this. If you are an Iron Man completionist and you have to have all the Iron Mans, you're going to be excited about this. If you're a fan of the source material Maximum Venom, it's an animated series. I haven't seen it, but you know, you're going to be a fan of this, or possibly be a fan of this. But for me, like, it's just, I'm not the biggest Venom fan, and I don't need to have all the Iron Man variations.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to, look, the Mark III is more than likely going to be my last Iron Man I pick up, more than likely. Again, I can't rule it out, but there's some beautiful Iron Man suits that I really like that I'm passing on just because, you know, space and money. So the Mark V is beautiful, I'm not getting it. The Mark VII is beautiful, I'm not getting it. Probably won't get the Mark I.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, honestly, to be really honest about it, if this was $100 in Sideshow, free shipping and no tax, I still wouldn't get it. But that's just me, because I'm not into it. I'm not into it, you know what I mean? But I can understand if someone's a big Venom collector, then it's probably a no-brainer. But it's, you know, it's just not for me. It's just not for me.
Got you, man. Got you.
I heard that.
Got you.
Okay.
I still love you, Lou.
It's all right. I love you too, man. That's what makes collecting the way it is. And not everybody has the same cup of tea. Everyone drinks a little bit of cider, a little bit of IPA. You know, it goes out. It spreads out. It spreads out. Share the love.
Got you.
Black gold. There you go.
I just got to address Dan in the chat. He trolling me. Dan
What he say?
Like, oh, Shane's getting cheating ass Dan 6K reviews. Oh, Shane's getting this day one.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Rich, what you think about this piece, bro?
Oh, first of all, spoiler alert, I'm not getting it. It's not for me at all, I'm afraid. I appreciate the artistry. I'm aware of the artist that does it, because he does a lot of promotional stuff with the Spider-Man promotion stuff, which is quite nice in the cartoon world, the animated series, etc. But I don't like this. I think Single Songwriters put me off for life now, saying that it's crab legs on it. Yeah, it's an interesting piece. It's not for me. It'll pop off the shelf if someone is into that. For me personally, it's a no-go. I think if they'd have done a really cool comic-inspired or cartoon animated show inspired Venom, just that first, and then release this one, then it would have probably made more sense. But the fact that they did this one first, it's not for me at all. It looks cool, but not for me at all.
Got you, man. Got you. Get it. Like I said, it's definitely not going to be a piece for everybody. So, you know, again, we can appreciate the artistry, but again, it does give off some dope ass Halloween vibes. I'm not going to front.
Oh yeah.
It does. It definitely does. It does.
Loco, that one that you've got there, that's the Venomized Deadpool. I've been offered that one before, and I passed it up. Is it any good?
If you like the Incredible Hulk, you're gonna like this. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
It looks huge.
It looks good next to the Punisher War Machine too. When you've got both of the game style.
That's a good call. I've got that one as well. So
I have them.
That's a beast. It's such a great figure.
Yeah.
Yep. And just having them next to each other. Oh yes.
Brendan, what you think about this, bro?
I love that this thing exists. It's not something that I'm gonna be picking up right away, but I may at some point. And and I think collectors in general, for a lot of different sectors, a lot of different reasons, should like that this exists. One, not every figure release has to be for everybody. And so if we have variety, it means that you might get something that you really want that somebody else doesn't want. Right? It doesn't have to be everybody wants it in order for it to be made, but it's something that, hey, I can, my wallet can relax a little bit, because I don't have to pick this one up. But if you want it, it's there. The other thing is, I think this is really cool. I don't think it's worth a $400 price tag, but like we've all said, realistically, this is gonna be available on a deep discount from certain areas, certain sites. We know that, right? And this is that kind of figure that when we go through a really long dry spell of no releases and somebody's like itching for that next 6-scale fix, you can then be like, I can get this on a super deep discount. My wallet has relaxed enough. I'm waiting for more stuff from Hot Toys to drop. I can go back and I can snag this one for a good price. And you can get it. So I think it serves a lot of different purposes in the community. I like the fact that I don't think it's going to be super articulated just because of the nature of like the body and how it works. I like that the head is not just the exact same as the Venom that we've already gotten. The eyes are different. The teeth is different. I think it's cool. It's creative. It does look like the nightmare, like fucked up, seafood plate that you get at the restaurant that you got to send back, like with the snow crab legs. But you know what? Like I said, I like that it's off the beaten path. It's outside of the box, and it's something that again is not for everybody, but it gives me, especially if I think they're going to keep doing more things like this, more Venomized things. And then you could do a whole Venomized display with all these different characters. They've done that a lot in the comics where you have, the Venomverse and you have, those arcs where you've got all these different characters like they did with King in Black. And you see all these characters that had been taken over by symbiotes in the past. And I like that because while this isn't something I want to get day one, I might add it down the road, but it gives me hope that maybe they would do something that I would absolutely buy, which is the carnageized version of Daredevil.
Yes.
So right there, this at least makes that a possibility, and I would be balls deep in that release.
Yeah, definitely. It does. It makes it, and the thing is, it's like I said, when I look at it, one of the visions for me was to have it posed with Venom. You know what I mean? Venom in a sense where
and you have that like the third party female Venomized one too, don't you? The Queen like symbiote one, don't you?
No, remember
you got rid of that one?
No, remember what they did? Remember when I was supposed to get that figure?
Right.
Yeah, I was right. They were supposed to send me that figure, but instead of sending me that figure, they sent me a Justice League Superman. Brand new, and I was like, okay, well, you know what I mean? Like, all right,
I'll take it.
Yeah, like, am I gonna argue with that? Like, oops.
But this opens the door for like the Gwenom, like the Gwen Venom one opens like the Gwen Pool if they do like the Gwen Deadpool matchup. Like it opens up the door to a lot of different possibilities. So the fact that it exists, even if it's not for you, should be something that you're happy about because it means you could get something really cool later that you wouldn't expect. That will be for you.
Yeah, definitely. So that makes a lot of sense, man. This piece is like aesthetically, it's so creative, and it looks like when I look at it this way, it looks incredible. So
is any of that die cast or is it 100% plastic?
I'm not sure. I think it might be plastic.
It's all plastic.
That's fine. That's fine because the nature of this, that's fine.
Yeah. So that, and then on top of that, because you got to think even with Venom, the way Venom is, that figure is just weighted, like it's really weighted and it's huge. So with this, plastic would kind of be more suitable because you want to weigh it down with, you're using it. You have that Venom material, and then on top of that, with the armor material, it's just going to be a weighted piece.
Those joints have to be ratcheted, I would imagine.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely it would. Finally, Loco Lou, man. Well, I know this is a piece that you will have in your collection that you've been looking forward to, man. What you think, bro?
Like carried around in a fucking baby Bjorn.
I love my children.
That was quick as lightning.
You're gonna be pushing a stroller through the park, walking with the kids walking and the figures in the stroller.
Oh yeah! Wait till you see my HasLab Sentinel. That should be here tomorrow.
Whoa, dude!
Yeah.
What was the shipping on that?
60.
Oh, that's not okay.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
So we good. But this right here gets high praises. Why? It is.
Oh, I didn't see this picture.
Yeah. Listen,
it's got a lot of potential.
Yo, okay, go ahead.
This figure right here is what Hot Toys should be all about. Thinking outside the box, actually coming up with something that is unique that we haven't seen before. This is not something we'll see from InArts. This is not something we'll see from anyone else.
Don't have to pay for actor likeness.
Bingo. And it's something that could complement both your MCU shelf and your comic book shelf or your video game shelf.
Yeah.
Why? They've bled into each other. Literally. They're just like your shirt. It's a unity between this figure. And this figure is literally shorter than the actual Venom that we have right here by a small margin, short enough, but still follows the same essential properties. So you have the rubber overlay. You have the arc reactor that's via magnetic, on the back, little plates here, moving around, simple to your same Iron Man. Throw it on your switch, you got an arc reactor there, you're good. Same thing with the arm, arc reactor in the arm. The headpiece, magnetic, just like this one. You got a flip of the switch, and matter of fact, it's more akin to, I want to say, the DX19 Batman with his light up feature, where he has the ring around his head, and you just flip the switch in the middle and just throw the head on.
It would be cool if the Venom eye lit up too, in addition to the Iron Man one. That would have been really cool.
I would have loved to see it like that, but I know why they didn't, because they made it a solid piece to make it seem like, okay, he never does that in the comics, and he never does that in any other form of media, so they're not gonna do it. Plus, it saves them the hassle of re-engineering that for the eye, because that eye is super detailed. Period. Now, to address the crab legs that everyone keeps calling, it's time for Loco Lou to be the loco zoologist. I want you to get Daddy Long Legs Spider, zoom in on those legs, and tell me that don't look like snow crab legs to you either. Just saying, because everybody making me hungry with the snow crab, lobster legs, shrimp legs. Like, dude, let's go.
Yeah.
But excuse me. So when it comes down to this figure, this is not a day one. Didn't day one this, but this is something that I'm gonna get with points.
Yeah.
Why? It's a pricier figure. I have enough points for it, and this is one of those figures where it's like, you buy what you absolutely want in your collection to fulfill your collection, and then you got these little, what people will call a throwaway. Oh, I don't need it. It's just not for me pieces, and those are the pieces that become the skyrocket piece that nobody wants. Everyone clowns, and then Samurai Predator gets up there to like $8,000-$7,000. Look at your Hulk. Your Hulk is going there too. He was like a $400 piece. He's going up to a grip.
Yeah.
This figure right here is so unique. It gives you your Venom logo that everyone was crying for, but it's not a fulfilled Venom. I understand that. I understand the grievances. I am a Venom fan. I do want that. That right there is like, the French kiss of having a Venom in your collection. Because yes, this one's okay.
It's chef's kiss. French kiss would be a little bit different vibe.
No, but it's Venom. He has the tongue. You gotta say French kiss.
That's true. That's true.
This is true.
Lou, you do you, okay? You do you.
I always do me, baby. I got no problem doing it, but she likes it when I do her. So anyway, no, there's no doors in this house. Sorry. Back to the figure though. It's dope. It's unique. And that's what's missing in a lot of people's collection. Everyone has pretty much the same exact figure, but no one has a standout piece that shines similar to, like, here's an example. Here's one. I know, Riley, you probably have this one right here, right? The Venom Pool?
No, I didn't pick it up. I probably will at some point, but I don't have it.
But you see, I'm the only one that has this, and y'all can appreciate it from afar, but I enjoy it.
I think it's a really cool. I think it's a really cool figure. At the time that it dropped, I had other priorities, and I just haven't circled back. But I do like it, and I'm gonna get the Venom. I'm gonna get the armorized Deadpool too. So I'll put him up with that too.
Oh yeah, he's already bought and paid for armorized Deadpool. He was like, okay, here's the rabbit hole I go.
Definitely passed on that. I passed on that one, man.
And
I just
here we go. A little flexing. A little flexing for you. A lot of people who are into Ninja Turtles know about this guy. This guy right here fetches a high price. Same thing with his twin brother. You know what I mean? Like these guys right here, very unique, hard to come by, very pricey figures right here. These guys right here, unique. You don't see these getting reissued. No, nothing like that. This is what stands out in my collection to yours. That's what separates my collection from yours. I picked the ones that are not everyone likes, but I like, and that's what makes the collection
Just for you,
different. Just for me. Wait, what you got with that? Yes.
Just for you. Oh wait, but we're not done.
Oh, I love you.
Those are beautiful.
Oh, we're not done.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh yes.
Oh, we're still not done. Black and white set, Miko Suyon.
Oh.
Variant covers, baby.
You gonna make Lou
Last
cry,
Ronin.
bro.
Last Ronin.
You gonna make Lou cry.
Tear
bro.
up. Like,
I had them ready just for you, Lou. Just for you.
I love it. You know, I got Mikey ready too, baby. Yeah. See,
All in all, though, you're gonna get that piece, though, bro.
oh, what you talking about the statue?
No, the Venomized Iron Man.
Oh
You're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. I'm getting the Venomized Iron Man. It's a must-have for me. I have my bullet head poison, which is Venom. That's the only comic book / Spider-Man 3 representation that I have on my shelf.
Do you
Then
have
I
the
got
zombie Deadpool? I bet you that
Zombie Deadpool's on the way.
I bet you that Venom would look cool next to the zombie Deadpool.
Yes, it would. It would
That,
definitely
like, gamer like comic style. Like I think those two. I think you could. That would make a good display of like gamer and like comic inspired stuff together.
Yeah, exactly. Also, if you just had that Venomized Iron Man next to your Punisher, War Machine, or the Armorized Deadpool when they come out and have like, okay, all the Avengers are armored up. They're trying not to get symbiote. And what's the best way to do it? With a little bit of Sonic Blasts. And who carry Sonic Blasts? The War Machine armors. And both of them carry War Machine armors.
There you go, man. Well, I mean, we know Lou's going to get it, so we can actually move on to the next figure here that actually did come with some more controversy this week as well, because it was it's a slight diversion from the actual prototype, but it's still it's Bucky. Cam, I'm gonna start with you once again, bro. I know this is a piece that you've been waiting for, to kind of help, especially with Sam Wilson, man. What do you, after you've seen a lot of the actual production photos on this piece, man? Again, where are you sitting with it now that you see it versus the prototype? Even I'm not talking about just the head sculpt, because I know that was part of the conversation the whole week, but not just the head sculpt, but just even the body, like the aesthetically how it looks, the presence of it. What do you think, bro?
Yeah. The body type really didn't throw me for too much of a loop, honestly, except for the neck. His neck looked kind of long, with his whole entire stature or figure. I don't know. Like his torso even looks kind of long too now that you look at it. It's like, I don't know. I feel like they definitely missed on this one. I mean, there's only so much you can do to this figure and essentially it's a remake, like you said, of the previous figures before. But if they would have just kept it how they did previously, we probably wouldn't be complaining or having an issue about it, at this point. I mean, I do think some angles of the head sculpt, it does look good. But others, his brow looks a lot more protruded than it should be. But I don't know. So I'm kind of still on the fence about it. I mean, of course, the Captain America Sam Wilson version is 100% is going to be a purchase with me, for sure. But this one, I'm like, it would have been a great companion piece if they did it better. But now it's just like, if it goes down and I had some points and I can get it for the low, I'll definitely get it, because it's just like, all right, I want them, together side to side. But for regular price right now, I'm just like, nah, this thing's gonna sit just like the other Winter Soldier did. It's gonna sit for a while, 100%. Yeah,
definitely, man. So yeah, it is a diversion. Shane, what you think about this piece, bro?
No. Look, as you know, I have yet to pre-order a figure based on a Marvel TV show, because I don't go back and watch the Marvel TV shows in the same way I would go back and watch some of the classic MCU movies. The closest I ever came, though, was picking up that Captain America, the Sam Wilson cap, because it's just stunning looking, and it does actually, the head sculpt is fantastic. I really like how they did the goggles, and the sculpt of Anthony Mackie looks very good. And I just think with the blue and the red and the white on it, it's just going to really pop on the shelf. Yeah. But if I get that, I'll have to pick up this. And like the two of them, I think it's for me personally, I know you don't have to, but it would make more sense to have Captain America and the Winter Soldier. But I decided that I didn't like the show enough, or the character enough, to actually pick up the Captain America, and therefore this would be just, I wouldn't get this as a standalone piece. And the piece itself, I don't think that looks like Sebastian Stan, to be honest. I mean, the Kenobi sculpt, I would give a 6 out of 10. I don't think this is going to get a 6 out of 10, because at least there's like one or two of those photos kind of looked like Ewan McGregor, but this looks like maybe his stunt double or something. It looks strange. It looks like maybe like a good third-party version. I really like the gun. I really like the arm. I like the combination of how the contrast between the black and gold. I think that looks kind of cool. I like the biker kind of jacket he's got going on. The bottom of the figure is just fairly boring. It's black pants with some kind of like gaiters or whatever, but that's not Hot Toys' fault. I didn't really think there was an issue with proportions, but then a lot of people were kind of saying there is, and I look back for it and it's like I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, I kind of agree with Cam on the proportion. It looks a bit, can't quite put my finger on it, but it looks a bit strange. But now the head sculpt isn't there, so now this is it's an easy pass for me. You know what I mean?
Got you. Rich, what you think about this, man?
Again, I don't want to sound like everyone else, what they're saying, parroting what they're saying, but I'm not getting this. I'm getting Sam Wilson. I liked elements of the show. The show had to be recut because of the pandemic. There was a virus storyline in there, so they couldn't do that. So then they had to change it quite a bit, and that's why it was a bit of a mess. I would love a US agent. If they were releasing US agent, I would get this.
It's a third-party U.S. agent, but
is there? I didn't know.
Yeah.
That. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like the character, the old man from Opto.
Yeah.
He does.
Well, he did in the first episode, didn't he? With
give him some balloons, he's gonna float away, man. Save your money, Rich. Don't Google that. Don't Google that. Time your life not getting back.
I'll leave it be then. But the proportions, I agree with Cam. They're off. It's not the Winter Soldiers. So the Infinity War one, I didn't buy at the time because I was hoping for further on down the line there was going to be an Endgame one, which obviously they didn't release. And there was a real shame. But he just seems so skinny. His neck is a bit too long. The face is off. They nailed it on the Infinity War one. I thought that looked great. It's a bit of a boring piece, to be honest, and it's definitely not for me.
Yeah,
but I appreciate it though.
Here's the thing, and I had every intentions on getting this piece. I did. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't. I had every intentions on getting it. It was just a simple fact that I don't know. It was to me. It was like a missed opportunity. I feel like it's definitely a missed opportunity in the sense where you have this piece, you have the opportunity to take from the first head sculpt that we actually got. Everybody always goes back and harkens back to the Winter Soldier version. That's always going to be the dominant piece. Everyone loves that version. But close second is definitely the Infinity War version that we got. That head sculpt was decent. The hair was longer. I don't know why they didn't, and a lot of people were just the same, why they didn't take that head sculpt and just use the hair, swap the hair out, just use that sculpt as your primary base, but to do something different. And then for me, it now understandably so, somebody did correct and shed some light on the reason why this figure was slimmer than normally what it usually is because around this time he was in the middle of filming Tommy Lee, so he actually trimmed down, slimmed down.
He was really lean on that.
Exactly, he was lean, so that's why they were going for especially with the accuracy, how Hot Toys is when it comes to that. That's why he is a bit leaner than normal, than what he would be. So I think
if they'd have released the prototype version, I know they're not going to always going to do that, but they spent a bit more time on it. I think I would have got it, but how this looks so different to the prototype, it's just really soft, and it just seems off. It seems like a third party to me, but that's just been. But I did see I did see a picture on the Facebook groups. Someone posted him with Steve Rogers from Endgame. He's a really well done photo. I can't remember which group it was on this week,
S-Beam.
and it looked pretty damn good. It was that S-Beam.
Yeah,
great picture, and I thought that looked really good. But yeah, just these production pictures. These photos aren't great. So no.
Yeah, it is. It's rough. It definitely is rough. Brendan, what you think about this, bro? Is he here?
Yeah, I had.
Yeah, he's here.
Like you, I had every intention of picking this one up when they announced it. I'm underwhelmed by this. I do like the sculpts on previous ones better. And yes, he is slimmer. You know, looks like he skipped mechanical arm day. But I think the likeness is there in that photo. Perfect. Right?
In this photo, you can
others,
see it.
Yeah, that's true.
So now I may be, but then in others, it's definitely not there. And now I may be swayed once people have it in hand, and we see some videos, see some reviews of it. It may be a Rey from Rise of Skywalker situation where everybody was bagging on that one, and then it's like, oh wow, that's actually the best
you see it in person
we've had of her, right?
Yeah.
So, to me, it's like I'm not overreacting. I'm not mad about it. I have the Bucky from Civil War, and I have the one from Infinity War.
Yeah.
So if I didn't have one of any of those, then yeah, I would probably still go with this right off the bat. But as it is right now, I can wait, and if it's something that's just not clicking for me, I'm okay with that. I can skip this. It's not going to stop me from getting that Sam Wilson cap. I'm hoping that's coming soon. To be perfectly honest, I think what would have been a smart move is if Hot Toys dropped both of them on the same night, because then people would be so in love with that Sam Wilson one that they'd be looking at these through rose-tinted glasses, and they would probably pick up the pair.
Yeah.
So I think from a marketing and business perspective, I think that was a missed opportunity. I think they should have dropped them together, and nobody was really clamoring for this release. I mean, I love the character, and I really did like the prototype pics, but nobody was like, when are we going to get Bucky from, Captain from Falcon and Winter Soldier? It was, when are we going to get Ahsoka? When are we going to get, Sam Wilson from Cap? So I think that even if this one was ready and the Sam Wilson is still a couple months away, sit on this one. It's not like Hot Toys hasn't done that before, where they've sat on a figure that's been ready. Sit on this one, release them at the same time. You're likely to get better sales on this one than if you just drop it by itself. But it is what it is. Some people will be ecstatic with it. Like I said, I have 2 other versions of the character, so I don't desperately need this one. I don't hate it. I'm just not it's not blowing my skirt up. But I will say the clone collector in the chat said that that the Venomized Iron Man does have die cast, and so I checked the site. It has die cast structural points is what it says. So it's for support, but then it does say that it's painted metallic over the Iron Man portion. So it's got some die cast components, kind of like when IG-11 had it in the joints and stuff like that. Yeah. But it's not going to be fully. But if anybody has any leads where there's if you can get in 6 scale, a basketball rim and an actual basketball, because for you, Lou, then I would definitely recreate this.
Oh, let me see. Oh, let me see that. Lou, you see it? Lou, can you see it? You there?
Lou's muted. But
my bad. Yeah, definitely got to recreate that.
Yeah, if anybody knows where I can get a 6 scale backboard and rim and ball, I will absolutely recreate this cover.
Brendan, let me ask you a question, bro. Real quick, because I'm looking at a lot of these photos. A lot of the ones, not these for say, but because this, I was kind of wondering about this last week when we see photos like these. Do you think that, you being a photographer and everything, do you think that
cinematographer,
moving pictures, Moving pictures. Okay, got you. But I mean, you have taken certain photos, so you can tell
Yep.
if there's a level of saturation or oversaturation when it comes to how they edit the photos. I mean, even I can tell that, when I'm editing photos, I try to take out, scale back on the saturation so you can get the full detail of the sculpt and just the realism of the character. Do you think in some of these photos that they may have oversaturated it with?
I don't think so. No, because the skin colors aren't looking overly reddish, or they're not looking overly warm, overly cool. They're not looking. To me, I don't think they're oversaturated. I think, if anything, sometimes it's the lighting and then what they put in the background, where you've got this is on this particular one, it's very green in the background. And I think it's actually kind of like muting the skin tones on the face there. So I don't think it's an issue of like color representation or saturation. I mean, you can usually tell fairly easily if it's like colored light. Like there are times where there's like a very clearly like red light cast on the figure, or a blue light. I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's just the likeness from certain angles. It's, I think the photos are actually fairly representative. Again, that is me saying this without actually having seen the figure in person. Yeah. But I think the photos don't look overly edited. I think they're fairly, like, you can tell like that they've got a reddish light on the side there to contrast with the blue of the background and his suit. Now, I probably wouldn't have put him against a blue background, given that it's blue leather on the torso. But so it's not the most compelling photography, but I don't think that really has anything to do with it. I think it's also just not a super compelling figure.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I try to give it the benefit of the doubt. Lou, are you going to get this figure, man?
Nah, I'm not gonna get it. Yeah. I'm like trying to stick into my lane, because here's the thing. Unfortunately, space is my enemy, my number one enemy. I collect other, mediums as well, and different scales. And this is just gonna clog up my collection for something that I absolutely want, like that armorized Venom. So, or Venomized Iron Man, if you will. Like, those, to me, the ones that stand out and stick out is good, but this one will stand out like a sore thumb in a negative manner for me. It doesn't speak to me. It does not speak to me. But Sam Wilson, on the other hand, that's a must buy.
Yeah, that Sam Wilson is something that you definitely can't get past. You know what I mean? It's something that you have to have. So I definitely can't wait for that. I think, again, I think it's sort of like unanimous across the board that there was a miss here. You know what I mean? There was a missed opportunity for us to have something, especially, and here's the thing, I might feel differently, just like Brendan and everybody's been saying. I might feel differently once we get that Sam Wilson cap. You know what I mean? But for right now, it's not something that I need necessarily. And knowing where the future is of the MCU, knowing that even in the books itself, you very rarely, even in the comics, you rarely seen them together like that. You know what I mean? Like together on that point. The representation has been on film, but in the comics, you very rarely see them together, or even, there's only been like a few entries where they actually have stood together, but not in a sense.
And those are good arcs, but it's just not as often as it seems, because that's the way they're going in the MCU.
In the MCU,
people might also feel differently when this is like $120. A couple months from now, because it's entirely possible that that's what this is going to be, and you can pick it up for like those crazy Clone Trooper sales. And $120, people may be like, you know what, for that, I'll rock this. But the other thing too is he's going to be a mainstay in the MCU and future Cap movies and Avengers movies and stuff like that. We're going to get another version of Bucky at some point. So I might be in like the kind of White Wolf persona, but like we're going to get more versions of him. So this isn't like a make or break. Like if you love this one, get it. If you don't, maybe put a little money together and see if you want to pick up one of the older versions on the secondary market, or just wait until they put out another one.
So I want to bring something up, and this is for Shane because I don't think I've actually gotten. I don't think I've gotten we've talked about this before, and that whether or not it was something that you're going to pick up. I'm trying to find the actual photos here first. Yeah. I'll bring this up really quick. What I wanted to address to you, Shane, is that InArt Batman, the Batman and the Bruce Wayne that we actually seen this week, or we seen that was teased this week. First off, let me ask you, Shane, are you getting that InArt, the Joker? Are you getting that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're getting that. So we know that you're actually getting that. We know that what we've seen from a lot of those production photos, that that sumbitch looks good. Like the production photos on that Joker looks incredible. My thing is, bro, what do you think about them releasing the Batman and that versus the Hot Toy? And was there even an interest in you getting that figure?
Do you know that Taylor Swift song? You need to calm down.
I can say no.
Everyone knows that one. Like,
Whew, that was rough.
I know. There's a point though. Look how dark this photo is. It's darker than the actual movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's another picture they released, though, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's another full-on picture of the Batman, not the Bruce Wayne version, but the Batman one. Although that silhouette of the Bruce Wayne looks more like Willem Dafoe.
Yes. Yeah, I thought it was a Green
Maybe this
Goblin.
is the head sculpt they're giving us for the Green Goblin.
Do you know how much I sacrificed?
So, right. I pre-ordered the Root with 2-pack and I pre-ordered the sculpted. Right, that's old news, right? Yeah. I'm not pre-ordering anything more from this company until I have that Root with 2-pack and sculpted in hand
to see.
And I watch all the reviews. I want it in hand. I want to know if that money was worth it. I want to know if they've done enough done a good enough job. And I think they will. Like in production photos, massive sigh of relief, I think, from everyone, because we knew it was a bit of not a major risk, a calculated risk. But this here, I've ordered the Hot Toys version. Yeah. With the bat signal and the modular
base,
display base, and all the bunch of it comes with everything but the kitchen sink, really.
Yeah.
So it would take a lot for me to throw an eye on this version here. Now you can see a bit more, obviously you can see a bit more here, but what I mean is the whole Taylor Swift reference is we kind of do need to calm down a bit until you at least see a bunch of promotional photos and a video. You know what I mean? Because from here, the first thing that caught my eye was the quality of the cape. It looks like it might be real leather. I don't know, was it supposed to be real leather in the actual movie? But I'd say the quality materials are probably going to be better than Hot Toys. Maybe the paint apps are better. But I don't know. For me, I don't think I'm going to throw an eye on I'll throw an eye on it. I don't think I'm going to get this because no matter how good it is, it's not a movie that I'm that blew me away. I really liked it. I thought it was 4 stars, but it's not it's inevitable that every Batman movie is going to be compared to The Dark Knight. So I'll drop the money on a character like the Joker from The Dark Knight, but for this, I'm sure it's going to be good. But I think we need to wait until we see the actual images or video footage of it. And if you love this, maybe you go for it. But for me, I probably won't, no matter how good it is, because I can't go InArt with everything. Yeah, InArt is like a treat. I like a good cheeseburger. Cheeseburgers are good, but every now and then I want a steak. So InArt is your steak for those characters. You're I really love that IP. I really love that version of the character. Yeah, I'll entertain that. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
We haven't really seen much. I eat at least one steak a week. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Look at this baller.
Just saying, steaks. You come on.
Yeah. But
who doesn't love a good juicy steak?
Yeah. Who doesn't? Nice fillet steak.
Vegans over there, but
I'm sure this is going to be good.
But not something that you can think that you would actually add to your collection right now. Right?
No, and I think they're going to pay Wallace again. I think that 2-pack's going to be about $1,000. This, and I'm sure the tailoring on the Bruce Wayne is going to be good, and I'm sure it's going to be great and all like. But I'd imagine they're not going to give him the same amount of accessories as Hot Toys. Maybe what they do give us, the quality of, say, like the cape and the paint, that might be a bit better.
Yeah.
I can't see them giving the. It's hard to like that Hot Toys one's very good. It's hard to see how much better can they make it, But it'll be interesting.
Clone Collector, I'm with you too, bro. I'm not pre-ordering anything else until we get that Selena Kyle, especially for the Batman, because it doesn't make sense for me. And that's a missed opportunity for him to not actually do that right now. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Rich, is this something on your radar, bro?
It's 100% on my radar. I missed out on the window for the Joker because there was too much going on at the time, and I was like, shall I Shantai? Shall I get rooted? Shall I get sculpted? I prefer sculpted, to be honest with you. So I'm hoping it's going to become available down the road. I'm hoping it's still available somewhere. So I really want to go and get it, especially after seeing those pictures this week. I was on holiday and I saw those pictures of the Joker, and I saw Shane's video, and I was like, 100% I am going all in on InArt on this one. I want to get to the Batman. Patterson's Batman. I adored the film. For a first film in the trilogy, it's just amazing. I think you can't compare it to The Dark Knight. You compare it to Batman Begins, even though Batman Begins was genius as well. But I think for this one, with those pictures, I have to go, again, what Shane said, I have to wait until these videos come up and the more in-depth pictures come up. I do really want this, and think what I'll do is I'll buy one InArt and I'll buy one Hot Toys. My initial idea was to have one Hot Toys on with the signal, and then have one separately with the bike, and that's what I was going to do, and have them two individually posed up. But I think I'll have one of each now. So I think that's probably the way forward. And I think what I'll do is as well, I'll still buy the bike, and then if there's a Bruce Wayne, I can have him like maybe stood next to it or something like that, if there is this 2-pack coming out. But I hope they don't paywall it. I hope they don't do this. Come on, guys, get it all pre-ordered within 2 days, and then suddenly it comes up again, because that was a bit cheeky that they did that. But I'm really hoping that they do a really good job of this. It very much depends as well on when is this going to be released. Because if this is going to be released before the Hot Toys one, more and more people are going to be more impatient and go, I'm going to get that one instead. That is just something there, because obviously Hot Toys missed a trick by not releasing their Heath Ledger Joker beforehand. Do you know what I mean? They could have done that, and then maybe could have tried and beat them to it. But with this one, it depends on when it's going to be released. But I'm 100% getting this one. I'm getting the Prime 1 version of this one, the 3rd scale. I'm a Batman collector, as you can see from the background. So it's definitely something that I am getting. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it, really. I think the Patterson sculpt's going to be a make or break for a lot of people, though, especially with the Willem Dafoe silhouette.
You know what's really interesting about this, though, and I'm thinking, and InArt is doing something that, for right now, it seems like they are showing us not just the quality of these figures, but they are trying their best to adhere towards the release time, because we already got the production photos of the Joker, which I think that thing's going to go out pretty soon. I think we'll probably see it in possibly September, that they'll start shipping them out. I think probably as early as either September or October, because we're seeing the production. They're showing us literally the production photos.
I bet you we have them before Halloween.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Like literally, like we're seeing, all the production photos and the pieces on this thing now. Like, look, I mean, as far as the accessories, like when we look at the head sculpt, which I don't know why they did this way, which is it's insane the way they did that. But we're starting to see this now, and this looks like they're going full steam ahead with honoring those release dates. So right now we're looking at the simple fact that they're giving us this piece. They're saying it in August. The pre-order is going to go up for it. I don't know when the scheduled release date is. but I'm sure we'll know that. I'm sure people who are getting that Pennywise feels the same way, and also people who are getting that Gandalf. It's like, yo, they are trying to basically make sure that the release date that they manifested, that they're actually adhering to. So if we get that Joker soon, that's going to really speak, highly for this company.
Not to mention that Gandalf would have dropped much sooner. They opted to listen to the community, like Zach and Collecting Weekly and those guys spearheaded it, about like adding that second staff. I don't know anything about like the specifics of that, because every time I try and watch Lord of the Rings, I fall the fuck asleep. But just in general, like that would have been out faster if it weren't for that. But the community said we'd rather wait for it. So it shows that their production timetables have been pretty on point.
And they are really honoring the simple fact that they're trying to listen to everybody when it comes to that. They're and again, transparency, like we know, is a must. You know what I mean? And that's where we actually sit. So yeah. I don't know. Cam. Was this ever on your radar, bro? Was this ever something that was on your radar?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know the right answer to that, because I think I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
Peer pressure's a bitch.
I mean, yeah, it is. It really is. It really is.
It's no Star Wars, Cam. We're not talking about Star Wars.
I know, but
we're talking about the Battinson right now.
So if you know me, the reason I got into comic books and everything is because of Batman. Yeah. So Batman's always been my first love, even though I do not collect the figures of Batman, because I just feel like the story has just been told so many times. So it's so hard having several different representations of the same character. And it's hard to choose which one is my favorite, because I love them all. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of people didn't like this film, I still liked how a lot of the films are starting to step back and kind of make Batman more of a living in the now type character, opposed to being like this futuristic character that couldn't exist now because he has all this like technology and stuff like that, like it's all stuff that he can have now based on like grapple gun, his belt, even like the pen that he used, what is it called? God, they gave him like the energy at the end of the movie and stuff. Spoiler alert. But
the Venom.
It was the Venom.
It was the Venom in insulin that he
go. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I am getting that Joker. So it's like, I mean, why not go here too?
Adrenaline,
like, damn it. So I mean, it looks good too. So I haven't bought the Robert Pattinson Hot Toys version of the Batman, because I was like, I want to see what this one is going to go for as well, or how good is it going to look compared to that as well. But I feel like it's going to look very similar, to be honest with you, because like Shane said, I'm not sure how much more they could really put in there, I mean, because that Hot Toys version does look really good, so I guess, I mean, it's a wait and see for me, honestly, because I want to see, how these further along production photos actually do look when we actually get a better look at this figure, though. But it's a maybe for me. It's a maybe.
Well, for me, here's the couple of questions that I have. One, is this going to be a detachable batarang on his chest like Hot Toys is doing? I don't know. Because they do have the version where you can take the batarang off his chest and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if they're going to actually do that. But when I look at this particular version versus the Hot Toys version, here's the thing, bro. It's hard, because what Hot Toys makes up for that InArts doesn't have is the points of articulation. We know that. What InArts makes up, for what Hot Toys doesn't offer is the precise accuracy. But we're seeing that the updates with that head sculpt that Hot Toys is providing. So that's where it's tough for me. But I think where this one might win people over is because InArts is making a conscious effort to stay away from wrist pegs. They are. They're making a conscious effort to stay away from those annoying ass wrist pegs that you can't get the hands into. So I'm wondering if this is going to be like the magnetic gauntlets, however they're going to do it. I want to see how, once we get more towards, closer to the reveal date, if we're going to kind of get behind the scenes of this piece and how it's going to look. I'm not really sure, but I'm definitely considering. But here's the thing. I would consider this, but I'm not going to get it because of the simple fact that, number one, we don't have a Selena Kyle. And I need that first and foremost. If you're not going to commit to doing that, then there's no reason for me to actually, just the way I feel, it's no reason for me to I need a Selena Kyle first. So I'm not jumping in the fray. But we'll see. I mean, and shout out to everybody else. Brendan, are you entertaining this, bro?
Yeah. The Joker looks phenomenal. Obviously, yes, we don't have stuff in hand yet, so we have to see that first. But those production photos are very, very encouraging. Mm-hmm. I also, again, I'm not going based, my interest absolutely is there. I'm not pulling the trigger based on this one photo. I want to see more. But also just Queen Studios in general and InArt, like, in other scales, they've earned a lot of my faith. So the other thing too is that this could come out way before the Hot Toys one does. All right. Productions, has been going for a while on this. They didn't just announce it and now it's going to be 2 years for us to, this one could come out a fair amount before the Hot Toys one. I don't need a ton of accessories with it, to be perfectly honest. If that keeps the cost down, and I'm sure this is still going to be a premium, then I'm fine with that. Like the bat signal was cool, but you can also buy the bat signal from Hot Toys separately. Yeah. So if you really wanted that, you could get that down the road. I like the fact. I think this was a cool thing to do. I think it's ballsy, but I think if they're as good as they claim to be, then I think it could be really cool. We can actually have a side-by-side comparison. This comes out first. A lot of people might be like, screw it, I'm getting this one and then not get the Hot Toys one, but we'll actually be able to have a one-to-one comparison, because as much as this Joker looks great, this Joker is coming out years after the 2.0 Joker that Hot Toys did. So it's not really a fair, direct comparison. Like, these were both made at the same time, same tech, and this is who came out on top. Yeah. So I like the fact that we're getting this, that they chose to do this one. I hope it's not part of only as a 2-pack, because that was the weak point I thought in the film was the portrayal of Bruce Wayne out of the cowl, and I don't have any interest in a Robert Pattinson like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Nor do I even really have any interest in a Robert Pattinson unmasked head sculpt. I want the cowl. Yeah. I want Batman. Yeah. So it's absolutely on my radar. We'll see what they offer price wise. But to be perfectly honest, I also think that InArt is our best bet at getting a Selena Kyle from this movie. I think they are more likely to do it than Hot Toys, but so I'm all for people saying I want Selena before I'm going to commit to something. But at the same time, I don't think you release you don't announce Catwoman before you announce Batman, right? So I'm not saying that they shouldn't announce Selena fairly soon, but you do Batman first, then you do Catwoman, then you do Riddler, you do those kinds of things. So it makes sense to me, and I do think that they are our best bet at getting a Catwoman, because I don't really have the faith that Hot Toys is going to do it. I think if they were, they should have already shown us at least a prototype, at SDCC or the Sideshow Con. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in it. I think it's got a lot of potential, especially based on what they've, shown us so far with the Heath Ledger Joker. And I think it's reason to be excited, because I think the competition just, fuels nothing but good stuff for us as collectors. So, I'm definitely interested to see and they said that they were going to show full pictures this month, right? Yeah, in August, so it should go up for pre-order probably this month, I think. So
definitely should.
We'll wait and see. I am curious to see again what the price is, what the options are. If it's only going to be a 2-pack, if it's only going to be a 2-pack and it's crazy expensive, then I might pass. But if I can get just Batman, I'm most likely going to pull the trigger on that.
Definitely. And I guess that's where I'm sitting right now, is just a wait and see type of scenario. Again, here's my thing though, because when I spoke with John, when I had him on the show, my only thing was when we asked him about it, he was like, remember Cam? He was like, he doesn't know, or he was like, there was no initial plan at that time to release it. Remember that?
Right. Yeah. No, I remember.
Catwoman.
Yeah.
But you got to remember too,
like
he's on the
Like,
marketing side. He's on the marketing side though, and from having a background in PR and marketing, I can tell you that there are certain things you don't tell your PR and marketing people so that they don't have to lie or can, or don't kind of spill the beans too early. Because you got to remember, stuff is planned way in advance. And so they be planning it and they just haven't told him yet. I'm not saying he's like out of the loop. I'm saying that's just the way businesses work. So I wouldn't be surprised if a week after saying there are no plans on a stream, they go and tell him, okay, so we're planning on doing a Selena Kyle. And he's like, oh shit, okay. But they don't want people to know that. He either may not know or may know and may just not be allowed to say it. Who knows what kind of relationship they have with Warner Brothers, with DC. And if Hot Toys is kind of, given any shit because, they're now sharing a certain license. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. What are you going to say, Cam?
Yeah, I mean, because I think a lot of John's responses were, not that I know of at the time. Also, you know what I'm saying? Just, I mean, like, as just, piggyback off of what you were saying as well, like, he might not know everything as well. I know that, like, he said there was no future plan for it, but I mean, I guess he's not the one that has to make them, at the same time too, so he just kind of just pushing them out as far as marketing. So.
And he usually follows those statements up by that I know of, right? Yeah. So to kind of hedge his bets. So it's
Yeah. Hot Toys did put up like I think it was like an Instagram post or something a while back saying more collectibles from the Batman movie coming soon. Now that could be in reference to this Batmobile that they teased. What else could they realistically make? They have to make a Riddler, really, because they've made the hero. They're going to make a villain. After that, it would make sense to have Catwoman. You could argue it makes sense to have Catwoman. Which is
exactly why I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
I bet we get a Riddler. I bet we get a Riddler.
No.
This is you're talking about a company who released Pennywise at Christmas.
It's Hot Toys. It's Hot Toys doing Hot Toys shit.
Release.
I would bet we'd get a Riddler, especially since there were third-party Riddlers that were announced, the custom ones that looked pretty good. The only third-party Catwoman that I saw looked like Doo-Doo Stew.
Yeah,
so I don't see.
It's not even that it didn't look like her. It didn't look like a human
person, right?
And like, let's be honest. Like, look. If Hot Toys or InArt does that's one thing now that could be a game changer. If the difference between if InArt knock it out of the park and do a really good version of the Pattinson Batman, like really good, like there's a gap between that and Hot Toys, and it's not astronomically priced. And then they do an equally good Selena Kyle, because let's face it, with the younger sculpts, sometimes Hot Toys struggle. Zoe Kravitz is a unique and particularly beautiful looking woman, and it'd be very hard to get that likeness right.
And Hot Toys does well with old white men.
Exactly.
They do like Tarkin, and like they do like older.
They do. It's because of the wrinkles. There's more texture.
They can just add more details, so it feels like there's more. It's not soft.
Yeah. So I think I want the I think the companion piece to Batman is the Bat Signal. That's why I got the whole thing. However, it would be great if they did a really good version. If they did Zoe Kravitz, first of all, and then second of all, actually got the head sculpt right. Like, because I'm not going to get it just if it looks terrible. Like, do you mean it has to be like you've done it and you've got the head sculpt right? I'm going to get that right, because imagine that on a shelf, like just the Batman, the Signal, and the Catwoman as well, because that was the whole thing, wasn't it? They were the trio, like the Bat, the Cat, and the Signal. Like, I think for me that'd be enough representation for that particular movie. I don't think I'd need to go down get everything in the line. It's not how I operate.
And you got to remember too that InArt is a new. I mean, Queen Studios has been around, but as far as 6 scales, InArt is a new brand, a new company that hasn't actually put anything out yet. So it's entirely possible that they want to do a full line from this, including Gordon and and Selena Kyle, and DC was like, okay, well, do Batman, and if you do well on that and it sells well, then we'll give you the license to make Catwoman and Riddler and Gordon. So it could just be like, okay, you got to do this well, prove to us that you can do this well, and we'll expand your license. That's entirely possible. But like, I'm fine with if InArt comes at a reasonable price, and it's I don't need a ton of accessories. Yes, the bat signal is cool, but you can also buy that separately from Hot Toys. So if I really decide I want that, I can pick that up. But the other stuff that came with this release, I'm like, is anybody really going to use the squirrel suit, like the flying?
Yes,
like,
I am. No, I tell you what, everyone said, like, a lot of people didn't like that part of the.
I didn't dislike it, but like, who's gonna? It's like the Mark 7. Who's gonna display the fucking Mark 7 in pod mode?
I'm gonna make it my business, Brendan. The first day I get that, it's going on the top floating shelf as if he's about to dive bomb down. I'm gonna send you a photo of it. No, you're right.
See,
you're right,
he really is Irish because he's just breaking balls now.
Yeah, you're
wearing
right though.
Cagoule there. It looks it's no good.
No one is going to leave it like this
No.
as the way they display it. But I think it's a kind of a cool option to have. Maybe leave it there for a week or two and then change it
I'm
up.
just saying that added money to this release that a very, very small percentage of people are actually going to utilize. I would rather a much leaner release with not a bunch of extra accessories that you've got to pay for and probably won't use, and just focus on making the figure itself as good as possible and coming in at a reasonable price point for that. I would be absolutely ecstatic if they would do that and then start doing more like sell accessory packs. Like, look, if you want to add another $50 or $75 onto your purchase, you've got these accessories that I would rather do that, because at least then you can get the base figure, which is the core of what we're all going for, at a reasonable price, instead of paying for the squirrel suit, which is cool. I'm literally never going to use it.
So you can get the base figure, or you can get the base jumping figure.
Yeah. So, Loco, I want to run to you real quick, bro. What are you? I mean, because I don't think you, Loco, you haven't gotten any of the InArt pieces yet, have you? Or you haven't ordered or pre-ordered that Joker, have you?
You're muted, bud.
You're muted, bro.
Nope.
Mute.
You there, Lou?
Do you know sign language? That wouldn't really help because I don't either, but
Thank you.
We can't hear you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we still can't hear you.
No, still can't hear you.
All right. Hold on. Is he gonna come back in? He's probably gonna come back. Yeah, he's probably coming out and come back in. But yeah, I don't. Again, for me, I think he's coming back in. For me, I'm gonna get this. I mean, I don't right now. I don't. I'm not sure, because as much as I love the film, yeah, we hear you. We hear you now.
We heard testicles.
Yeah, we heard that. Yeah.
As much as I love the film, it's still not.
Okay.
I guess that I'm oversaturated right now with so much product when it comes to the Batman. So right now I'm just waiting. Lou,
what if it's sorry, Lael, just real quick. What if it's if they announce like a very limited window like availability to get it? Are you going to roll the dice and hope that you can still acquire it later, or if they announce a Selena, or will you just pull the trigger and pre-order this one anyway?
I'm not sure. I'm really not right now. It's a gamble, but yeah, again, like I want a Selena, and even if I missed the mark on this one, I still know that I can actually get one.
Get the Hot Toys one. That's true.
And it's not going to really matter to me, because still, like you said, I'm not going after the head sculpt. I don't really need a Batman head sculpt. I don't need a Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean? I can have this full figure and be cool with it, and still have the articulation that I want from Hot Toys and be fine. But again, the only other figure that I'm interested in from InArt besides the Joker is that Wonder Woman. Once we get that version, once they do that, that's the only next
something
one.
About that already.
Hell yeah, and I'm all in. But Lou, what do you think about this, bro?
Man, too many Batmans, too many decisions, and none of them cater to me, except for that 89 Batman that we saw in the sideshow booth on Hot Toys. How did Riley? the sideshow con, the actual con, the con of sideshow. So seeing that's my Batman. That's my preferred Batman. This when you pull off all the poses you want. But as far as like the whole InArt thing, man, I didn't jump in. I felt that pushing a 3-day window for a grip of $1,000 plus the from at points or whatever the case may be, whatever your deal was too much. And then later on, other retailers had it. And you're like, oh yeah, you can still get it, with a little markup, but you can still get it. And then you got the same thing going on with Pennywise, then this whole Gandalf situation. It's a lot, and then you got the whole business of diorama bases coming into place. That's being its own statue, i.e., Sandman for Toby. Like these things take up real estate, and they come in with their magnetic bases and stuff like that. I can only imagine what this Batman's gonna come with as a base. I don't know, man. Like I appreciate the innovation with the magnetic wrist pegs or wrist arms and whatnot. They're giving us something different, but how effective is it going to be? Will it hold the weight of what's holding? Will it stand the test of time? Is the magnets going to be flipped the hands where you have to have QC issues and send it back? Is it there's a lot of questions that need to be answered, but we won't get those start seeing any issues, if any.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think it's basically a C type of a situation when it comes, because I know a lot of people out there are interested in this piece. And again, I think where InArts is kind of winning is the simple fact that they're very close to satisfying release dates. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll definitely see how they are. When it comes to this piece, I guess we'll know later on this week what's to come. But anyway, everybody out there, man, it's like, look, man, today's been a great show. We're hitting that half-hour mark right now, or actually 2 hour and a half, actually almost two hours in, to be quite honest. Let's see here. We got Focus out there. What's he doing? He said, Joel, can we get Alan from the 6L Gallery back on? Yeah, like where is Alan? Like literally, like where is Alan? Like
I'll tell you exactly where he is. He's in the chat, yeah. And he's too shy to ask, man. We got to bring this guy back on. His photography is really, really good.
I've been telling Alan, all he has to do is hit me up and let me know when he's available. I know it's like one of those situations where he's, you know what I mean? He's always busy. But Alan, whenever you want to get on the show, like you're a regular member, man. Come on, bro. You can get on this panel. Just let us know. You don't have to be shy. I mean, Brendan's not really naked. Like it's just a name. It's just a moniker. Like, so you don't have to worry about it. You can come on whenever you want. Like, you know what I mean? So,
don't
bro,
threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, I mean, come on in anytime you want, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, whenever you want to get on, bro, you are here, man. Come on, man. Like, just let us know.
He had a really good idea as well. He was saying that, like, I hope he won't mind me sharing, but he's considering doing some content based on how to improve like your photography of figures, taking figure photos.
Absolutely,
I think it's a brilliant idea.
People are always asking for stuff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. He said, I'll be back for sure, pants or no pants. Come on, bro. Let's go, man. Let's go. Definitely all day, man. So glad to have you here, man. As always, Alan, your photography is amazing. But again, man, thanks everybody for tuning in. It's been a great show. Everybody out there, we thank you guys for being a part of it. Great show this morning. Again, remember, it's all about the positivity, man. This is where we at. This is where we actually sit. And Luke just faded out, but this is where we actually sit. You know what I mean? It's not where, we can put it this way. I'll put it to you this way. A content creator who is creative will always find a way. Plain and simple. They will always find a way to divert from the negative and create content that people really, really want to hear, like literally. And that's no knock against anybody. It's just basically hope it is to inspire and push and innovate, to let people know that there's a lot of positive energy out here in this community and not everything is negative. And this is what we try to inspire here on this show. That's it. I'm not going to talk about, and we're not going to talk about everything else that everybody else is discussing because it's already been said. For me to backtrack and say those things is just like, okay, it's reiterating something. And no matter how I feel about it, and I have my feelings on it, I don't think it needs to be talked about. So anyway, thank you guys for, being and sticking with us and being as positive as we need you guys to be. Again, Rich, what you got coming up, man?
My brother, thank you so much for having me on. As always, it's an absolute pleasure. Because I've been off for a week or so, I've got a lot to catch up on. I've got a number of new arrivals, one of which is the Scarlet Spider hot toy. I've also got the Tactical Suit Batman and also the Boba Roba 2-pack as well. So I don't want to necessarily do a review on the Boba Roba 2-pack because that's been done recently by a number of people. I don't want to overstep or step on anybody else's toes by doing the same thing because people won't watch that. So what I want to do is I'm putting together a team. Sound like Nick Fury, but to do a film club. So a weekly film club. So basically,
nice.
Yeah. So to get a live stream together, to get people engaged in the chat, to say next week it's going to be this, and then we all go away and we talk about it a week later, and that is my idea. And I'm putting together a team. Shane has already said yes, and Ben has already said yes. And if anybody else is up for it, Leal.
I like movies.
That way.
I like
boys are raising their hands.
First movie should be Showgirls.
Let's go. It's the Showgirls.
The first film, spoiler alert, is going to be 89 Batman because Okay. But
let's go.
Yeah. So if you guys are up for that, I'm going to put it together. I'll get in touch with you all separately, and we'll put something together for a night that you're not all streaming.
Let's
go.
go.
Everyone's already streaming. But yes, that's my idea. It's going to be a weekly show. It's going to be on my channel, and I'm really up for it, and I'm really passionate about it. And I think it could be something different to the community rather than just talking about the same stuff that has been talked about this week with the whole debacle. And I just want to add some more positivity, and some people might not necessarily have seen those films as well, so I'm putting together a bit of a list, and people can go out and Fellowship of the Rings and stuff like that, and so just to kind of like watch stuff and for us all talk about it and be positive or not, and best and worst scenes and all that kind of stuff. I thought it could be a good shout. So if you can subscribe to my channel, it's Reviews with Rich on YouTube, Collectibles Reviews with Rich for 6 scale and quarter scale stuff on there, and also Reviews with Rich. I know I've done a merit round for my own back on Instagram. So I really appreciate you all, and thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you for always being here. We got Jonathan King, $9.99 super chat. Thanks for the fellowship and positivity. It's most appreciated. Thank you, bro. Thank you for that amazing super chat, man. We appreciate that. And if you haven't already, Reviews with Rich on IG and YouTube, remember, 1,000 subscribers. That's what we're shooting for. 1,000 to 2,000. That's what we need to be. Cousin Cam, man, what you got coming up, bro?
Oh, hey, man, thank you guys for having me, man. Another amazing show, another amazing Sunday being here with you guys. Definitely best way to end the week and get ready for the next week coming up is being here with you guys every Sunday, man. Yeah, bro. So I'm gonna do a review of the rescue figure that I found.
Yes. Let's go.
Walter. So I'll be doing that this week. I'm gonna do another cocktail drink review. I'm probably gonna do green milk this time, but it's gonna take me about a week or two just to get all the supplies and stuff together. So I'm working on that right now, and then I'll be right back here Wednesday with you for Say What. Then I'll do another. If we have anything that releases or drops this week, then I'll do another update of new announcements on the new episode 12. And yeah, man, I'll be right back here with you next Sunday, bro. But thank you for having me again. Appreciate it, man.
All day, every day. You know what time it is, man. Let's go. If you haven't already, follow my cousin Cam's Collection on IG and YouTube. Remember, 1,000 subscribers. That's what we're shooting for, man. Make sure that you actually do that. Tune in and always support. Shane, what you got coming up? Sugar Shane, what's going on with you, bro? What you got coming up, bro?
I have to say, I don't hate that nickname. I'll tell you one thing, if I could fight like Sugar Sean, I'd be delighted.
You know what I mean?
First of all, Say What Wednesday. Put me in, coach.
Let's go. Let's go.
And there's no way we get to Wednesday. There's no way we get to Wednesday without a release.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah, something's happened. All right. Thanks very much for having me, obviously. And look, to people in the chat as well, massive thank you, because at the end of the day, without content creators, no content. Without the chat, there's no show. So thanks everyone who's checked out my channel, 16Figure Focus on YouTube, and follow me on Instagram at 16Figure Focus. Really appreciate the support. What's on there at the moment? Few good episode of Visions kind of went up over the last few days. I had Chris Leddy from 6 Scale Scavengers a few days ago, so that's up. That's episode number 20. I had Will Foxification today, 20. That's episode 21. Pretty much everyone on the panel as well. We have everyone here. We've done an episode of Vision, so if you want to go back and check out their ones, I have the other Scavenger, one of the other ones, Brian Fontaine, next Thursday. Massive day as well on Friday. Peter, sorry, I get this right. Posing with Peter is going to be on Visions, episode number 23.
Yes.
Just like, and it's great, like being able to speak to these people and then making the time, like, because everyone, like I said, I've watched all the channels before, so it's cool that it's people are coming on and chatting as well. One thing we didn't talk about today, which is okay because I just recorded a pre-order preview video for Tyler and Johnson, everybody's favorite action heroes.
I didn't talk about it because I'm like, how do I talk about that though?
Man,
like, and we should have.
I'm like, who the hell is Tyler and Johnson?
Irish people aren't. We can't pull off the word dope, but they are dope. They're pure dope.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
So is it a good movie, bro? Is it a movie?
It's a movie. Yeah.
It's from a movie called Warrior. I think it's Warriors of the Future.
The Future.
I just.
It's actually supposed to be a pretty good sci-fi
romp,
like action kind of thing.
So that's going up. That pre-order preview. It's recorded. I just have to edit it. It's going to be live tonight, and I have a little bit of information about the movie. The trailer. It looks like your typical CGI type of movie. If it's good, it could be something I consider. Basically, they look like Colonial Marines meets Edge of Tomorrow meets Gears of War, Halo.
Yeah.
The suits look amazing. So I really want the movie to be good so I can justify it.
Okay.
So, and maybe check it out. Warriors of the Future. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out, man, because I didn't know. The first when I saw it, I was like, "What the hell?" But I was like, "Well, it looks pretty good," but I just don't know what the hell it is. So, I guess we will have to kind of.
Do you know what it's like? Starship Troopers is like a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah,
it's just rock and roll. It's straight.
There's no guilt involved. There's no guilt involved. And enjoy that shit. Starship Troopers, man. Come on.
You know? So,
I definitely love Starship Troopers. So, hell yeah, bro. The first episode, and hell yeah, man. And on top of that, the best show you get to see some titties. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's just some fair titties. And anyway, Brendan, anyway, Brendan, what's going on, man? If everybody, come on, man, if you haven't already, 16 Scale Figure Focus on IG, YouTube, again, congrats for hitting 1,000 subscribers. My man has done it. Yes, we are in the building. It's time to go. Besides the simple fact that, bro, I'm just gonna let you know, bro, tomorrow I'm gonna take some pain meds. I'm going to probably drink a little bit just to kind of get myself prepared for tomorrow night for Comic Book Talk with Friends. If everybody out there doesn't know, tomorrow is going to be Comic Book Talk with Friends, and it is going to be about the current state of the DC property under Warner Bros. Discovery under Zaslav and Alan Horn, which I'm happy to see where it's going.
Now, Lael and I already did our own one-on-one conversation about that on stream yesterday.
Yes.
So you can check that out. Tomorrow,
it's going to be different.
There'll be the four of us, and we'll see how that goes.
It's going to be different. Tomorrow's going to be different because it's going to be slightly, when we talk about DC, it gets really, really edgy. So, again, just be prepared if you're watching Comic Book Talk with Friends tomorrow.
I'm gonna be drunk as shit.
I just noticed you say you're gonna take painkillers and drink. I was like, crazy combo.
Bro, and drink.
Shit.
So just be prepared for tomorrow because it's going to be incredible. Anyway, Brendan, what's going on, man? What you got going on, bro?
This is actually a pretty busy week. So after this, I'm gonna go. Man, I'm gonna sit in my air conditioning and I'm gonna watch Prey.
Yeah,
I meant to watch it yesterday. I didn't get around to it. I had 10-hour shoot on Friday, so I couldn't watch it then either. So I'm going to do that today. Tomorrow during the day, I'm going to be busy. I've got a bunch of Wolf documentary footage to edit and a bunch of other client stuff to finish up editing with that before I head down to Newport with my family for Tuesday and Wednesday. Newport is an oceanside town with tons of great food and seafood and all kinds of stuff down there that we love to go to. So I'm going to go down there for a little mini 40th birthday celebration. Wednesday, I joined the 4-0 club.
Yes.
So, welcome on board.
Thank you. So so do that, then come back and then do a little bit more work on Thursday. And on Friday, we have Fan Expo Boston, which means Lael has to drive his ass up here either Friday night or very early Saturday morning because I got a pass for him to come in on Saturday. So we have Fan Expo Boston all Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a good time. And, just pay attention to his Instagram and maybe you'll see us go live. Come on. Just put pressure on him. Make sure he says yes. Tomorrow night will be its thing with the stream. But it's gonna be a busy but fun weekend. I'm doing a lot of very focused hunting for Daredevil books at the Fan Expo this weekend. So that's going to be my kind of laser focused goal while I'm down there. So I'm probably going to spend a lot of fucking money. But yeah, that's about it. And if people want to check out my collecting Instagram, it's Max Effort Collector, and that's where I'll post photos and videos of stuff that I've got in my collection, including full videos, versions that I sent to Lael that he has yet to actually put up on YouTube. So when he does, then you might see those there too. But in the meantime, they're on my Instagram, as well as stuff content related to comic books, CGC graded comic books. So I've been getting a lot of questions about like the process and what grading comic books is and means and stuff. So if people want to shoot me messages and ask about that, feel free. Otherwise, I'll just wake up every morning, piss excellence, and go on about my day.
If you haven't already, follow Max Effort Collector and Real Raleigh on Instagram all day, every day. Mr. Butt Naked himself. Thank you for being here. Local Lou, what's going on with you, bro?
You already know. Here we go. First and foremost, before we get to what's going on with me, you guys need to hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Mm-hmm. Hit the bell notification so whenever 16 Scale Man does another corner, you guys are already aware. Because you know what happens at the corner. You already know. It's crazy. It's the bunching chair. You already know what's happening.
Yeah.
So make sure you do that. Then sub to everyone that's on this panel right now. Everyone on this panel. Mm-hmm. Everyone's getting a 1K, just like Lael said. It's all about the love of collecting.
Hell yeah. Definitely do that.
Now, geek it out later tonight. Tomorrow, S-Beam. Tuesday, Maz. Wednesday is going to be a toy hunting day. So I'm actually going with one of my boys. We're going to go through New York City for the first time in a long time, and we're going to, film toy hunting, but not just regular toy hunting. This is going to be exclusively for 6 scale stuff. So we're going to, checking out the Midtowns, the Forbidden Planet.
Midtown Comics, man. You already know you got to check out there. Yeah. But check out both. Check out both, man, because if you don't, check out all of them.
I just put an order in with Midtown Comics for some stuff that just shipped.
Yeah. So there's 2 in 42nd, and then there's one down in Fulton Street. So we're gonna hit all 3.
Fulton's the bigger one.
Fulton's the bigger one.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to Mott Street to a little cut in the corner, a hole in the wall that actually has 6 scale stuff, some Grail pieces. So we're gonna go and see if they have anything available, if they're still open, because since the pandemic we haven't been out there. Okay. Also, after that, Brother Cousins on Thursday, but also on Thursday I'll be doing a live unboxing of the Sentinel from HasLab.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
And show you what to do, what not to do.
When is that? When are you doing that?
Thursday.
Didn't you say that was arriving today?
It's arriving tomorrow. It's arriving tomorrow.
And you're going to be able to wait until Thursday? Damn, I got no impulse control like that. I would be opening shit up right away.
No. I literally have to wait because I have nowhere to display it. So anytime I get something new, I put something away, put something up. Something new, put it away, put something up. So you got to have a little bit of...
you put it away in my house.
No, I could take your house though. No,
pass on that.
Yeah. Well, we got that. I'll be on Brother Cousins on the same day, and then Friday, you already know it's about the Mega Flex. Make sure you hashtag Figure Flex Friday. Go to the Facebook page. Mega Flexes. Show off your collection.
Yes, you do.
Brendan Riley. Bro, when are you gonna start? Showing us some more statues, bro, because that Miles statue is fire. Everything else you got there is fire, bro. I'm down to see more pictures.
It's funny. I'm pretty sure that I sent a full video of that Miles statue.
I'll put them up. Look, the last one we put up, you just have to remove the music because they flagged me and won't let me put it up when the music's up.
And I sent you the licensing so that doesn't happen because I use that for my business and it never happens. So
okay, cool. Just saying, as long as we got that, then we good.
Put it this way, any of those videos that I have sent Lael, that they'll be up sometime, when Hot Toys delivers.
I'll put some bitches up this week.
Catwoman in like 2027,
I'm in the middle of
right?
shit, man. Look, if I could just turn the camera over there.
He's always in the middle of shit. He's always
all right, thanks everybody for tuning in to Collector's Lounge. We're going to close out. I'm going to take over.
You can see those videos.
Mom and Dad are arguing.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm in the middle of shit.
I'm filming this motherfucker right here. You see that? So it takes me a while, goddamn.
Well, look, you can see all of those videos and pictures of statues and whatnot all on Instagram. So they're there. And, by 2047, when Lael puts them up on YouTube, you can watch them there too. But in the meantime, Instagram is a good spot. So, you can do that.
But the Mega Flex, we need you to send something on the Mega Flex for Figure Flex Friday. Just put it on the Mega Flex.
I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something. And the big thing is I've got two pieces that I'm hoping I have in the next 2 months, hopefully, is the Prime Studios 1/3 Linda Carter Wonder Woman and the Queen Studios 1/2 scale Endgame Captain America. I'm hoping that both of those will be coming by late September.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you will get content on those. And Lael, that is a very good comment by Agent Silver Fox there too. Yeah, you're right.
I know, I saw that, and we'll talk about that off camera because that might be a thing. So we'll discuss that in a minute. Everybody out there, thank you so much. I know, Lou. Thank you for being here. Everybody for being here. It's been a great show, man. Again, if you haven't already, become a member of the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. All day, every day, we bring you the best in 1/6 Scale collectibles and any and everything pop culture. As always, you have all the stuff that's going on. Tomorrow's comic book talk with friends. Wednesday is Say What, where you'll see most of these people. Thursday, it's going to be on Civilized Scoundrel on Mario's show, and then Mega Flex Friday, of course. I'm in the middle of working on the Moff Gideon video. I should have that up either later on tonight or tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And then I'll be moving on from that one to the Taskmaster versus the world type of situation, whereas we're going to have Taskmaster versus 2012 Cap, Black Panther, Black Widow.
That's gonna be awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna
people
be
don't sleep on that Taskmaster. It is a hell of a figure.
Don't sleep on that. So basically, it is titled Taskmaster versus the world. So yes, cannot actually wait for that one. So yeah, that's coming up after the Moff Gideon. So that one's almost done. We'll have that one next. Again, subscribe to everybody that you basically see on this channel. The process is to get everybody to a G. We need to get everybody to a G. Shane has made it there, Cam. We need to get Cam there. Reviews with Rich, Loco Lou. Come on, man, definitely. And this is what you want to do. Also, get over there and bomb Max Everett's Instagram and say we need more butt naked content. So, thank you, man. So as always, man, everybody out
I'll stick to Instagram though. I can't start a YouTube channel, man. I start that tomorrow. I'll have like 10,000 followers, and I'll make you guys look bad.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, here we go. Anyway, everybody out there, man, thank you for being a part of this show. Thank you for always tuning in every week as we actually always discuss the best in content and keep it positive over here. But anyway, besides that, we love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. If anything, peace, stay positive. We love y'all. We out.